By clicking on this video, you are going to learn a lot of skills that I wish I actually learned before coming here. I was not told, I didn't have the information, but you have me. So just stick with me and let's go through this list. And these skills I'm going to talk about, you can use them as side hustles. You can use them to make extra money. You can use them to make money while you're still looking for a job and while you're trying to settle into your new country. Now, you could also use them on yourself. You can do them for yourself so you don't have to pay a very high price, guys. You have no idea. I'm not going to list them in order of preference. However, I'm going to save the last and the best skill and the most universal skill to have for the last. So just stick through to the end of this video to learn all the skills. Now, number one skill that I'm going to entreat you to have is to have some kind of cleaning skills, okay? Somebody will be like, oh, of course I clean my room, I clean this, I do that. But no, I'm talking about learn how to clean so well that even if you happen to get a cleaning job, you're going to do it so well. Now, as a student, I know some students get really lazy to clean. So you can offer to clean for your mates and then charge them something small. Okay, so this is one of the skills that you really need to have. The second on my list is fashion designing or sewing. If this skill really interests you, now most of the skills I'm going to talk about, maybe you know it's just a little, but I will entreat you to go out of your way to learn them professionally. Maybe you have a passion for sewing. Even if you don't have a passion for sewing, at least learn how to sew the parts of your clothes that will get torn, how to make your own alterations. At least these two things, you need to learn how to do them before you come. Because if you walk to a shop and you tell them to alter your jeans or your trousers or your skirts or your dresses, gosh, it's not like back home where we have or Nigerians, how do you call them? The people who fix your clothes for you. Those kind of people, and then you just give them, they charge you a little amount of money and then you pay them and you go. This is nothing like that, okay? So if you know how to, if you have any of these skills, it will go a long way to save you money. And even the guys, sometimes you buy, a pair of trousers or you buy pants and then you notice that it's too long, and you just need to just shorten it a little bit and do that hemming thing. Gosh, don't try to do it professionally here if you don't have money. If you're working and you have a lot of money, yeah, take it, let them do it for you. But at least if you have some of these skills, you'll be able to apply it. As you lose weight, gain weight, and all those kind of things, your African clothes, you would want to alter them. Okay, so to save you that money, learn the sewing skill. So that is it for number two. Third on my list, if you're a man or a woman and you know anything about cars, please, I know that sometimes some of these jobs are looked down on and they are frowned upon back home, but please, if you learn it, it's going to go a long way to help you. I'm not talking about the technicalities. I'm talking about, let's say, how to change an oil, changing your oil, for instance. When you go to have this service done, you are going to be paying, let's say, $100 to $200, okay? But if you know the kind of oil that is supposed to go into your car, you buy the oil and you do your change and just look at how much you've been able to save from it. So any kind of car knowledge is very, very good. I know most of the guys have this kind of car knowledge, the ladies don't. But if you could at least learn something about cars or learn something about your car, or if you have the passion, you have the interest, I will urge you to go and learn it professionally. Maybe after work, pass by the closest, mechanic in your neighborhood, sit there, talk to them, watch the cars, learn stuff about it. You come here, I had a friend, he's a doctor, he's currently doing his residency. And look, he had to learn how to change his own brake pad. Like, he had to watch YouTube videos in order to do that. But imagine if he had that skill before coming, you see, he would have been able to do it. So those kind of things, changing your brake pad, changing your oil, making sure everything is intact, learning all those little petty things about your car, you can also learn that skill as well. Okay, so that will be number 3. Moving on to number 4. You see the plumbing work, okay? How to just, change faucets of your sink, how to, you see, if you have a clogged sink. I mean, even if you're a guy and learn how to do this, I mean, you're getting so much points from your lady or your woman as well. But far from that, even if you're a woman, at least those petty things, how to unclog a sink if the sink is really clogged. And just learn basic plumbing. I'm not talking about laying pipes for a new building. That's not what I'm talking about. However, if you want to learn it, fine, but I know that's a whole technical field on its own that will require so much work. But a little plumbing here and there is going to save you a lot of money, okay? The WC, just in case it clogs. I mean, just have some knowledge about how it works, and then you could actually also use it, and charge people. You can provide it as a service to people and charge people if you know how to do this kind of things. Now, moving on to number 5 is carpentry. Hey! You see the DIY, that you will DIY to death over here. The only difference is most of the DIY things have they come with manuals. But even to understand that manual, it's not even a joke. No, it's not a joke at all. But I tell you, even if you have a little knowledge about it, when you come, I had to figure out everything when I came here on my own. You buy even a chair, an office chair, office desk, whatever it is, you come and put it down. You would have to pay extra to get it assembled. And you can save that money. We're talking about $60, $70, $80. Imagine buying a chair for $50 and paying $60 for it to be assembled for you. Don't try them. Learn these, petty things. And these are things that we take for granted back home. For instance, I took for granted because, I can pay my local carpenter to come and fix it for me, and then I'll be good to go. He's not going to take much, and then I'll be good to go. So that's it about carpentry. Yeah, so you're going to do a lot of DIY. You're going to have a lot of videos to guide you, but at least it doesn't hurt to get a little knowledge before you come. What do you think? So leave your questions in the comment section below and tell me which one you are learning. Which one have you already started learning? Which one do you want to learn? Which one of these do you think you have just a little knowledge about and you like to perfect? Just let me know in the comment section below. And I know you're liking this video with all this information, so like it and share as well. This is for the guys, okay? This is for the guys. Learn how to barber. What did I say? Learn how to trim hair, your own hair, because most of the barbering shops here, with that kind of African hair, you need a very good barber or somebody who does a lot of, who trims hair for, black people, or, to be able to trim your hair the way you like it. Now, if you learn and you can really do it, you can buy a machine and do it for your colleagues or your friends and charge them below what they are usually charging. Now, in the United States, I think they're going to the barber to do a correct, for them to cut your hair correct, or trim your hair correct. We are talking about anywhere between $40 or $50 to $100 per haircut. So imagine if your hair grows very fast and your body hair, your beard and all those things grow very fast. You can imagine how much you're already spending per haircut. And imagine you have to trim every week or every 2 weeks. Do you see the money that is going and the money you could save? So you need to learn it. Please learn it. Please don't be like somebody I know. I told him several times. He did not learn it. He came here and he called me and he's like, Rich Love, you said it. And they are messing his hairline. Please, if you don't want them to mess your hairline, it's either you have a lot of money to pay for the service, but imagine if you can do it for yourself. There are so many people here who do their own haircuts. I'm not joking. So you can learn. You can go to your local barber, learn the basics, then you can come on YouTube and watch other videos to, level up your skill. And you can do it for your friends, your other male colleagues, and get some extra money. Now that is it for barbering. Next one, I would say, is also very important for me. I think you should learn a sport before you come. Don't Don't judge me, don't say anything, just listen to what I'm saying before you actually jump on this one. Now, when you come here, it can get pretty boring. And these skills, learning these skills are super expensive, you know. I'll share my personal experience. I started learning how to play tennis back in Ghana. I didn't finish, and then I had to come here for school. And I started asking and looking around for a coach who will help me to continue this. I stopped because there was no way I could afford it. As at that time, and even as at now, there was no way I could afford it, because you're going to pay for the court, or like, you know, wherever it is, maybe if it's your gym membership and stuff like that, and you're going to pay the coach per hour, you know, and it's crazy and it's ridiculously expensive. So, and some of these sports are actually needed. Swimming, learn how to swim. Pay in Ghana is very affordable to pay for swimming. Learn how to swim, learn how to, you know, play any kind of sport. If you have to, you know, pay and learn it, because you try to do it here, it's crazy expensive. And you need some of these sports to for the ladies. Ladies, gather here, gather here, gather here, gather here. You see this hair? You see? I did this. I didn't do this in the United States, but if I want something like this in the United States, I'm not going to pay anything less than $300. I kid you not. I'm going to pay $300 or $200 to be able to do this. Braiding is a skill that we sit on, you know, back home. And you know, people can really braid back home. They can really braid. And I think recently I saw a course online where it was like a 1-week crash braiding course. Like they had dummies you could braid on and all that. Even if you don't know how to braid, you will learn how to braid. You need to learn how to braid. You know, everything beauty, you need to learn it before you come here, because you're going to save yourself some money, and you can do it on your friends and colleagues, and then they are going to pay you. You can charge them less than what is actually charged, and then you can do it for them, and they are going to allow you, because it's very expensive. They would rather use you than use others. You see, crochet, doing these crochet braids, number one, and then nails, like how to fix nails, all those design nails. Look at me, I need to go and fix my nails to pay, or I have to buy, you know, the nails online and do it myself. You know, all these beauty things, and makeup, how to do your own makeup, how to, you know, do professional makeup. If you can do it when there are events, they are going to call you, graduation, induction ceremony, birthdays, people's birthdays, they are going to call you. Or anything related to beauty, just learn how to do it. Okay, now I can proudly say that I relax my own hair. I relax my own hair. Meanwhile, before I came, I had never even taken out braids on my own, because I'll go and sit there, they will take it out for me, I'll pay. It was not so, like, it was not a huge amount, but now I have to do everything myself, because there's no way I can afford, as at now, let me just put it that way, maybe we're going to get there, for somebody to, you know, take off my braids and, you know, charge me really like it. The price just does not make sense. You know, sometimes you, no matter what, you'll be tempted to convert back into your currency, and it just does not make sense. Okay, so learn anything beauty. We are talking hair, we are talking makeup, we are talking nails, we are talking, you know, pedicure. You know, just take the opportunity to learn. Even if you go to your local hairdresser and your hairdresser is doing it, then you'll be watch and ask questions. Indirectly, you'll be learning without having to pay for some of these things. Okay, so that is the next skill I have for you. To my last two skills, like these are the most important skills that I am going to share with you, and I've saved them for the last. Yeah, waiting. You will not like the video. What do you think these skills are? Write it in the comment section below, and let me see if you get it right. 1, 2, 3. No, you didn't get it right. Now the last but one I'm going to tell you is, you know, all these digital things. What do I mean? I put them together as like digital skills. What do I mean by digital skills? 1, photography. If you have the opportunity to shadow anyone who is doing photography, I mean, if you have the passion for it, if you want to learn it, please just find someone, find a mentor, follow the person, and then do this photography. Like learn it. What is it about? Like, how can you take a very good picture? When you come here, you can buy a camera and you can start your own photography business. Guys, people are making a lot of money from it because they are shooting for birthdays, they are shooting for outdoorings, they are shooting church events, they are shooting, like, just name it, engagements, weddings. Like, you can shoot all this. You can position yourself strategically and make this a side business or a side hustle. Guys, that extra money is always needed. Okay, so that is the photography part of it. Now the next under the digital umbrella is video editing. Guys, I've been looking for a video editor, an affordable one, for God knows how long. I can't. I spend hours editing my own video, and right now there are so many content creators out there who are looking for people to edit their videos for them. So if you can position yourself in such a way that you just charge like slightly less than what everybody's charging, and you will be overwhelmed. If you have the skills, you'll be overwhelmed at the number of videos that you'll be editing for people. So video editing is a very important skill to have and learn. Now there are so many platforms where you can learn this video editing skills for free, okay? Because I, for one, didn't pay for any video editing, but the more I did it, the more I learned. And when I have time, I edit my own videos. If I don't have enough time, then I contact a video editor, and the video editor will edit it for me. Okay, so now the next is graphic designing. This is also becoming a huge thing now. Most YouTube videos, or all YouTube videos, will need thumbnails. Who do you think designs these thumbnails? Like fire thumbnails, guys. Like this designing of thumbnails thing is huge. You should, when you go on Fiverr, people are charging like Fiverr charges like, I think $5. People are charging, I think the least is $5 per thumbnail. And I'm talking about thumbnail where the person has given you a picture and has given you a title. If you are very fast, you can do like 10 thumbnails in a day if you get the market, and that's $50 a day. Like, you can use 30 minutes or 1 hour to do a thumbnail, like a very good one. When it comes to the digital aspect of it, like graphic designing is also it's also part. You can design people's wedding invitations for them. You can design posters. You can design, all these webinars that people do, their posters, their flyers, stuff like that. They are all things that if you position yourself strategically, you can actually make money out of. And not just for individuals. Sometimes if you have these kind of skills, when you come to school, you can join the editorial board, or social marketing board of your schools. Sometimes there are jobs like that also. So the more skills you have in the digital industry, the better. Like, digital marketing and all that. Very, very, very top-notch skills that you can have or you can learn before you come, in addition to whatever course that you are coming to do. Now the very last but not the least and the best is driving. Guys, driving, it's so expensive to now learn how to drive here. No, those of us who were even driving for years before coming, we still had to go through the system like we don't even know how to drive. You still need some experience. So for me, I went to a driving school, which is just that now I took only one lesson, 1 or 2. I had to pay for just 1 or 2. I just wanted to be familiar with, the exams, how the exams is going to be like before I get on road with my examiner, the one who is going to examine me to give me my license. And that was the reason why I had only 2 classes. So I know people, they do, and one class was about $70. So that's $140 because I already know how to drive. Before you pay for, that one is generic to everybody. You pay for your exams that you are going to, you pay for your exams, driving tests and all that. But people are taking 6 to 8 sessions of this $70. And the $70 is just for 40 minutes. They are going to take you on the road for just like 40 minutes. Whether you know or not is none of their business. okay, whether you are going to pass or not, it's none of their business. So at least if you know how to drive back in your country, whether it's Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, no matter what way it is, if you already know how to drive, then it's very easy. You just have, I know somebody who was already driving, just took one class just to be familiar with the road and the stop signs, and here when they say stop, you stop. To be familiar with all that before you actually come here. Bonus tip. Queen of bonuses. I'm here and I'm back. The last bonus one I'll give you is decor. You see the backdrops that they do. They just have a bunch of balloons and then they put together. I should even start learning that thing. And then they put it together, they round it, they get something very special, then they write, happy birthday. Backdrop. Do you know how much they charge for that backdrop? It's also a skill you can monetize. So you can learn it online on YouTube. It's sometimes very easy. DIY is part of the DIY stuff. You can learn how to do it on YouTube. Or if you have a local person in your area who does this decoration things, maybe you can follow them once or twice. Just look at them, pick one or two things. When you come here, you can buy all the tools that you can use to do that. Now, the next skill I want to talk about is cooking. Learn how to cook. You can't walk on the streets and buy kenke. You can't walk on the streets and find wache. You can't walk on the streets and find what? Akara, pap. What else? What other food am I missing? Leave it in the comment section below. You can't walk around and find these kind of foods. That's number one. Number two, if you decide to come and buy fast food here, one, you are going to be so unhealthy. And then two, you are going to waste a lot of money. And when you're learning how to cook too, if you're learning how to cook traditional meals from wherever you are coming from, I will urge you to find one food, specialize in one food that you are so good at that nobody can take that skill from you. Let's assume you are really good at making kenke. If people are having a party, they'll come and order that kenke from you. They'll know that this girl, her kenke is very good. Let's go and order from her. If wache is your specialty, learn how to make it very well. So if people are having parties, they'll come and order their wache from you. If jollof is your specialty, polish it very well. Go and call your mama. Go and ask for your mother's secret ingredients and polish it very well so that you can monetize that one skill. Everybody knows how to cook, but let one dish really stand out and monetize that dish as well. I have come to the end of this. If any of these interest you, tips and tricks to survive abroad, the journey abroad. I mean, whether you're coming to school, whether you're relocating or what have you, if you enjoyed this, why haven't you liked it? And why haven't you subscribed? I have been your girl, Dr. Rich Love. Thank you. Bye.